I used to do these videos in the past. I haven't made one of these in a long time, and I know it might feel a little weird given that I haven't played much Fortnite in a long time. However, I think I'm going to bring it back, at least for this chapter, in which we are going to be closing out the chapter for the last day of the season, if I'm not wrong. Maybe tomorrow is the last day of the season, but I just wanted to take a look back at everything we've seen throughout chapter 4, and my last thoughts on it, and that's going to be pretty much it. I know you can't see any videos in my upload tab of Fortnite videos, but I have recorded Fortnite videos, I've done streams and things of that sort, and as much as I want more Fortnite videos going forward, there's not really much for me to actually talk about. I felt like the storyline in this chapter wasn't particularly my favorite, so I never felt the need to make any videos on those. The weekly uploads of doing the challenges always felt a little weird, but I do hope that at some point I can release better videos for Fortnite going forward. But with that being said, let's just take a look at everything. So I got the Volpez skin, that was for Crew Pass. Yep, the newest one, which is the Steel Hybrid. I did not complete all weekly challenges, I still have all of week 9 to complete, but you know, I'm already 220, and there's not really anything I get out of completing them. I completed almost every single one except for week 9, so that's that. There are a few Halloween challenges I never completed, but again, I already got all of its rewards, so I have no problem with that. I got all the quests for the bonus survival medals, I got all Hard Rush, all snapshots, milestones. Apparently I completed all my milestones. That's pretty dope. I didn't complete any of the ranked stuff because I've never really cared about rank. However, we all did get this back bling completely for free, so there was no real point anyway. And that is the quests for the rest of this season. Let's go ahead and take a last look at the item shop. Where's the back to top? Okay, anything awesome? I should buy Jack Skellington just so that if my mother plays, she can play with Jack Skellington. But overall, it's pretty awesome. I like the Halloween skins and things of that sort. Now I have 2 stages of her unlocked. Speaking of that, let's go take a look at this season's Battle Pass, which is fully unlocked. I've gotten to tier 100 every single season since Chapter 4, or Chapter 1, Season 4, so that's pretty cool. I got all of the bonus rewards this season. I haven't been doing those as often, but it's pretty cool to have all of the gold styles for this. All quest rewards are completed. I have Ahsoka and all of her stuff, and obviously the Fortnite crew. Let's go and take a look at the locker. It's already sorted by season, so we get to see every single skin that I've unlocked this season. Secret skin, tier 100, which I happen to get to max. The last crew, the last crew pack skin, she was pretty cool. And Fish Thick. Never wearing that skin ever. One of my favorite skins, because I'm a sucker for anime skins. Nolan, who is still one of the best skins. I really enjoyed this battle pass. Although, because like, for the past few, like, several seasons, I've never really been particularly amazed by a battle pass. But I have to say, Nolan, fucking Kato, all of them are pretty cool skins. I'm not gonna lie, I actually really enjoyed it. We got the level up pack for this season. She kind of reminds me of the bunny girl from My Hero Academia, but she, she has a knight style, right? Yeah, now she kind of looks like Arceus. Pretty cool skin. I don't know what these packs are referred to as, but got myself another anime skin. Then we've got the Season 3 skins. I really enjoyed this skin. I really wish I ran her more because she's pretty fucking awesome. Optimus Prime, he's a cool skin to have, but not really my favorite to run. I believe Breezabelle was free. I could be wrong. I bought her as well because, again, sucker for anime skins. Lorenzo, which I'm really disappointed I never fully completed, but I did get to his rainbow style, which, despite everyone's thoughts, I actually think it's a pretty badass style myself, but that's just my opinion. Day of the Dead, pretty cool. She's basically a reskin of a older skin. Not really my favorite out of the Battle Pass, you know, but can't get everything perfect. Prince Orin and the amazing Princess Lexa. It's pretty nice to see Lexa fixed, except I will say her facial expression still feels off to me. I don't know what it is. Her smirk is just weird, but I do like the skin overall. It's nice to see how much she's improved since her introduction. Paradise Meowscles, who happens to have multiple styles. He's pretty awesome and gives a lot of people that didn't have the original Meowscles now a version of Meowscles. So I think that was overall a pretty nice addition. Relic, he's pretty badass, but I don't think I've ran him that much throughout this entire chapter. Ryan, no. The mini pass that we got to complete for Itadori, that was pretty awesome. I didn't know they were separate characters. Huh. But yeah, I completed that. We have Trace. He was the second skin in the Chapter 4 Season 3 Battle Pass. Vokoro was the level up pass of Season 3. Then we have the mini pass from Season 2, which had Darth Maul and all of the clones, as well as this amazing Mizuki fucking Tier 100 skin, which I think that is the final style, right? Yeah, I got their final styles. Look at that badass boy right there, Renzo the Destroyer. Only man I'm gay for in this world. Over here we have the level up pack Captain Hypatia. Anyway, yeah, we have her. She was the level up pack of Season 2. Eren Yeager, who was the secret skin of that season. Highwire. Awesome skin as well, except for the fact that she switches over to a furry, but, you know, to each their own. Mystica, I'm kind of disappointed I didn't get to use her more often than I did, but overall, pretty cool skin. Or him. I don't remember their... I wish I could use them a lot more often than I actually got to, but, you know, it is what it is. The Shizue skin, he's not part of the Battle Pass, but that is just something pretty awesome that my friend Aeon gave me. And I have to say, it's pretty cool to be able to run around as Shizue in-game. Stray, one of the more badass skins, because, you know, we get another Fox Clan member, and I love the Fox Clan, and I hope they come back as major storyline people, especially with the next season going back to Season 5. You would hope that Drift and the rest of the Fox Clan become important, but we'll end up having to see where that goes. Styx, I'm pretty sure he was a Crew Pass skin, not the biggest fan, but, you know... it is what it is. Thunder, another skin I wish I could have run more often, but I'm not the biggest fan of his styles and such. Nox, pretty fucking badass skin. Definitely feels like he fits with the whole Duodecimaverse lore. You know, he kind of feels like an Echo being, but we haven't dived that much into the lore of my universe, so it is what it is. But that's still a pretty cool skin, nonetheless. All of these were free skins. Well, no, I'm pretty sure I had to buy both of those. That one is a free skin. Doomslayer, pretty nice addition to the Chapter 4 roster, I have to say. His styles were pretty cool. He teased fucking first-person mode just for it to never come out, so pretty disappointed about that, but we'll end up having to see where that goes. Geralt of Rivia from The Witcher. I don't think I've run this skin once, however, his sword is pretty cool, and that's really just because I've never gotten into The Witcher, but I do like his sword and such. Nezumi, one of the first anime skins we got in this entire thing. Pretty cool skin, not gonna lie. Especially its back bling, glider, things of that sort. I feel like I can run them with a lot of cel shaded skins, so that was pretty cool. The Ageless, as you can see, pretty badass skin, but personally, I kind of wish we got more about Geno. You know, if this was supposed to be Geno, I kind of wanted more about the IO and things of that sort. And I felt like we're going to get into that later. Oh, but skin-wise, pretty fucking badass. Tier 100, I love it. This was the level up skin of that season, the Axion Sentinel. I have to say, pretty good skin. I really love the other additions that came with it. The pickaxe and the wrap. Those were pretty awesome. Dusty, I like her masked style, but other than that, she was cool, I suppose. Her eyes are pretty awesome too, not gonna lie. Guildheart, I'm pretty sure, I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure he was a crew pass skin. And then we have Halsey. Emo skin, a lot of people ran her. I just have her fucking crew pass sibling from earlier, yeah. But I didn't particularly care too much about her. She's cool. I love the music pack that came with her, though, so that was pretty awesome. Masai, I don't think I ran ever inside of the entire chapter, but his emote's pretty badass. Pretty sure Rift Knight was one of the crew passes. Another skin I didn't necessarily wear. His items are pretty cool as well, but yeah, no. Celine, I just ran, again, her stuff. I didn't particularly use the skin very often. However, a moon skin is pretty badass. Actually, I really like her base style. She seems like a pretty cool skin. However, I didn't really run her that much. Sylvie, she was the first crew pass skin inside of the entire season, if I'm not wrong. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure she was the first crew pack skin. Pretty awesome, though. Arctic Adrenaline, that's a tryhard skin, came out with Winterfest. Sled Ready Guff also came out with Crew Pass. He's also pretty sweaty, but I haven't seen him as often as much as the Arctic Adrenaline, or Adeline, sorry. The first mini pass of the entire chapter, Gold-Blooded Ace, pretty badass skin. I love the assets. I run them all the time with these skins down here. Overall, I really like them. And then Volpez, who was the first crew pack carryover skin, where you got his assets slowly over time, and now I finally have him because I've been subscribed to Crew Pass for 4 months or whatever, or 4 seasons or whatever. I don't know what it was, but pretty cool, not gonna lie. He was introduced all the way back in Season 1. Huh. But that is the entirety of the Chapter 4 Battle Pass. Or Chapter 4, like, all skins, basically, you could get for free, other than having to pay. And then you can see this beautiful collection go all the way back to Chapter 1. To think, we're going back to Season 5. Speaking of that, let me really quickly load up July 12th, 2018. I should switch the music back. You would think I'd switch it over to the OG music, but I don't think I'm going to. I think what would be more appropriate is, because the OG music wasn't released, it was removed after after Season 3, which means a more appropriate song, if I can find it, I'm clearly blind. I forget when it was introduced. Oh, right here. Lobby Classic which was introduced in Season 4 and was the main theme until Season 6 when music packs were added. Amazing, amazing. Now, I did want to go over, like, storyline-wise, I didn't particularly like this chapter. As you know, there were no live events, which I believe is caused due to Fortnite not having that great of a budget recently. So yeah, the whole there hasn't been a single live event this entire chapter, which is pretty upsetting. Even going into OG, which isn't the reason I'm making this video, is because OG is not considered part of season of chapter 4. It's its own mini season. It's going to have a battle pass with 50 tiers. It's going to have those 4 remix skins. It's going to be pretty awesome, and I can't wait for it. But you know, this leaves chapter 4 kind of there's not a single event during chapter 4. It's left it sort of boring. The reason I never was able to make any videos on it is because nothing really felt interesting to make videos on. I tried to do the weeklies, but eventually those got to a point where without those little check marks next to every little week, it feels weird completing weeklies in the modern version of the UI, and that's one of the reasons that I've always been iffy about staying on Fortnite, because even back in chapter 2 when they removed the little check marks, I've always been a little disappointed with the current state of the challenge system. But that is a completely different can of worms. Storyline-wise, I think removing the 7 and any importance of the IO, things of that sort, it felt weird having an entire chapter dedicated to a bunch of people that we don't particularly know much about, especially, it just felt weird, you know? If I'm not wrong, it was the end of chapter 4 in which we sent the robot that the scientist had created back in time, which was AIM, and that AIM was actually developed during the future and was sent back to deal with things in the past, right? That creates, so the fact that we're all going back in time is going to be pretty interesting, especially how it's going to change the lore, because if you remember, Season 5 was the Rift season, so it makes sense, hey, we can use the Rifts to go back in time. I think that makes sense, especially since we had Viking ships, things of that sort, except now things are going to be a little bit different, because now we've changed time, we've gone back and changed the events. I wonder how they're going to show time speeding up, whether there's going to be an explained reason as to why these seasons are only taking a week, or if our perception, like the players, are supposed to be seeing things going much faster. Because how does that have an effect on the lore? Are we going to start seeing things like, oh, the Fox Clan, they're now doing things since they went back in time? Are we going to start seeing their effects throughout every single season, or are these seasons going to just be sped up? Like, are the events going to be sped up to the point where you can't watch the live events because they're happening too fast? Things like that, because I don't know how they're going to genuinely explain why we're not able to see these live events and why we're going through these seasons so quickly and how their effects really work, because usually these seasons give you time to introduce characters, introduce what's going on throughout that season. We won't be able to see those effects that going back to the OG will have unless those are going to be slowly explained throughout chapter 5. I do wonder whether they're going to take the route that's been questioned, whether they're going to stick with Apollo and just add more onto Apollo or change Apollo somehow, or if we're going to get a black hole event. Personally, I want a black hole event because then it gives us a new chance to get a completely new map, and you would think that it's been 5 years, we've had all of these things happen, they should be able to give us a pretty decent map. From what I know, there's currently a leaked map, from what I know, that is this map from some sort of modeling thing, and it shows multiple biomes and things of that sort, but it's only inside of that one video of testing things, of going through doors and seeing how things switch. I can't really give it, like, explain it perfectly. If I found the tweet, it should be on the screen, but I'm really wondering how things are going to go. It's pretty amazing to actually be able to go back in time. I had an entire video that was going to be about how things have changed since then, and then there was the whole drama about not having mantling, sprinting, and getting rid of zero build, which thankfully they have not done. A lot of people don't understand this. We have changed as people. We're not the same people we were back then. Fortnite is not going to feel the same, nor will it ever feel the same like it was back then, because you're not a middle schooler that doesn't know how to build. You are not somebody that can just go around fucking riding missiles and things of that sort, because those feelings will be gone. People don't play the game like that anymore, and as much as I want the game to return to that sort of state, it just won't happen. We just don't play games that way anymore, and it's really disappointing that people won't get to experience building forts in the fucking small zone, because guess what? The moment you build a fort, you're going to have someone tower over top of you and then fucking spam you with whatever weapons are inside of the loophole at the moment. The truth is that you're never going to get to experience that time period again, but it is pretty nice to know that for at least a short period of time, we're going to get to go back and look at the details and other amazing things, because if we're going back to Season 5, then that means things like John Wick's house will be returning, things like getting to go back and look at places we had clips and things of. It's going to be pretty amazing, and I really cannot wait for it, because I miss the map, dude, and it's really amazing to get a chance to go back and see it again. I'm wondering, there's so much to wonder about in how it's going to affect the lore and everything like that, and I'm going to be really disappointed if they end up messing it up again, because they usually have that sort of pattern, but I'm really hopeful. I'm going to be playing this new season on Friday once I get home from work on stream, in which we're going to complete all of the weekly challenges that we can, and we're going to have one hell of a time. We're not going to be playing building because that shit's whack. We are going to be playing zero build. We might play one round of build mode though, just to have that feeling. I'm definitely going to be playing with Grimstone again, so expect that. However, I'm going to try and get other people to come play with me, such as maybe the return of the Gummy Goat and Vano, because I haven't played a game with Vano since that stream a while back. But with that being said, this is goodbye to Chapter 4. There's nothing left for me to do now, and I will see you all on Friday. Until the next time we see each other, mata ne.